And you now, what do you want? God bless it. Alright. No, nothing happened. That's the problem. It was a nothing issue that I thought was an emergency, and it was nothing. Hey, thanks for the resub, Tim. Appreciate it. Well, I was away, I didn't lose any life. Yeah, but I hate having these weird breaks in the game. Like, I'm just tired of it because when I have to put the playthrough up, I have to scrub through so much footage just to find like these little breaks I had to go on. Like, it's just easier, especially with this, because I mean, this honestly, it doesn't even really matter if I die or not because there's infinite lives and continues and stuff. This is just a matter. This is just a game of attrition. You just have to play it long enough until the game says you're done. Well, it's okay. So for me, like, I don't care about being interrupted because I mean, I'm taking care of my grandmother. If there's an emergency, I mean, I've done it here before. Where I've just left the stream. I've had to take care of something. But when when it's something that is nothing, that's the problem. Like, for me, that's like an issue. It's like, well, like, I don't know. Okay, I can't even really complain, but it's just kind of like, okay. I do this thing, and then you want me to move something that doesn't need to be moved for no real reason. But like, for me, it puts a huge hole. Like, it just creates this weird break in something that I'm doing. Like, it's not an emergency. There's nothing going on. That's where it's frustrating for me. When it's something that's so nothing. But I have to treat everything like it's an emergency because I have to. I'm taking care of it. Well, the cat just hates me. She's against me all the time. Yeah, but my cat hates my guts. This is probably one of the easiest ones, yeah. Yeah, there's infinite continues, infinite lives, and your score even stays up. Like, it's literally just a matter of you just beating the game. And just going for a score. I mean, easy is relative, right? I mean, I think Punch-Out's easy, but a lot of people don't. So, easy is a weird word. I would say maybe accessible would be a better word. I don't know. I mean, because now I don't know what I want to play next. I pretty much burned my... It's the worst cat on Twitch. It's constantly against me. I mean, Taboo is like barely a game, right? So you can just do that. Like, DuckTales is pretty easy. Super Mario Bros. 1 is pretty simple. Personally, I like DuckTales 2 a little more because it has more game to it. Because there's like there's like the 3 endings and stuff. And there's like the secret thing you can find. There's just more, just cooler things you can do in 2. So I did find out a little while ago that there's a gold version of DuckTales out there for when the DuckTales remaster thing came out. I think it was for I don't know if it was reviewers or something. They gave out these like a gold. They gave out gold DuckTales cartridges. So the card is functional. The card has DuckTales 1 on it, but it's gold. I don't know if reviewers got it or if it was like something else, but it definitely exists. It's pretty neat. Hey, what's up, Rocky? Welcome back. Whoa! Screen wrap. All right. Maybe the background a little bit. You know, the question was, does this remind me of Zombie Nation? The background a little bit does. Take all that sweet grab. I think the graphics were better in Zombie Nation. Oh, check out that sweet transfer. It's high level Rampage play right here. Oh, nah. Aye, nah. I am not looking forward to any of the pool games. Side pocket's hard. And then the championship pool, I think is hard. What's that other one? Lunar pool, where all the tables are all weird shapes. That one's hard. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to any of the pool games. And generally, I like pool games, but I'm not looking forward to any of them on the NES. Is the National Pool Tour is that the one where you have to play other actual people? Oh man. Yeah, and then if you make one mistake, even if you like give your opponent no actual shot, your opponent somehow still wins. Like they run the table no matter what shot you leave them with. Hey, what's up, Radix? Welcome back. Yeah, I've played that one before. Like that was when I tried to play. I tried to make a video of that a few years ago of the National Pool Tour, and it did not go well. So I stopped playing it. The wolf is not in this game. It's only the gorilla and the lizard. Unfortunately. Does not play Might and Magic? Dang. Side pocket, you think is the easiest one? Yeah, I don't. So, like most of the games I have, I've only played for a few minutes just to make sure that the cart actually, like, kind of functioned. Like, I obviously haven't played through every single game I own yet, so I don't really know a whole lot. Oh gosh, how am I supposed to? Yeah, Might and Magic, I think I've heard is pretty good. So that's a game I am kind of looking forward to playing. Like Tombs and Treasure, I think is another one supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, with Might and Magic, I have the box and manual, so it has like a big book with it. So I'm hoping that comes in handy at some point. Oops, that's gonna be some damage. Ooh. Yeah, this was a go-to game for me in the arcade if I ever saw it. I always tried to play it. Get him, yeah. Damn it. I don't know. Like for 200, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about Double Dragon 2. We did Double Dragon for 100. Gonna keep that on brand. Based on my my progress, who knows if I'll even get there. Oop, electricity bad. Yeah, because I'm super behind, but we've also played some pretty long games. Because I think last year we got up to 150. I think they're right. It was 150 or 125. I think it was 150. Yeah, that was 1 year. I mean, I started in February, but yeah, it was 1 year. Pretty sure it was anyway. But I also played a lot of games that I'd already played before, and yeah, I was definitely streaming more when I started. So yeah, because that was back when I was basically, I was in my own place. I was able to stream for like almost 5 hours a day. Didn't have to do anything. I just had to be alive. Now I got stuff I gotta do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. There's a few people that are here that were here from the beginning. I don't like. One of John was here from like the very beginning. Like that was before I even numbered the games. So the first like 2 or 3 sessions that I did for this thing, my layout didn't have the number of what game it was. If I remember right, I think Taboo, I didn't even change the title. I think for Taboo, it's still like Magic Johnson's Half Court Press or whatever. The basketball game. The Battle of Jericho one. That puzzle game or Bible games. That long one was like that was early. That was like maybe game 16. That's where I got my the follower thing, the be courageous thing. That was from Joshua. Yeah, that was really early. That was back when we were still having fun. That was back before I knew about kicks, before I knew about the mutant virus, back when we were so young. Even mutant virus seems like it's been a while since we played that. Is there a raid? I don't even see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we got the raid. Yeah, the sound for the raids is from mutant virus. Yeah, that was the level. It's the level transition music. Or not level. The room transition music. I think you said 126. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, the game is long, but there's no punishment for dying, so whatever. That's where I excel. That's where I excel. If there's no skill involved, I'm there. We're in there. What? You just gotta play the game until the game lets you win? What? Is that? Oh, I mean, there are enough. Can we kill this thing? We can. Nice. I mean, personally, I do think I think we've actually finished some pretty tough games. I mean, minus Arkanoid. The Arkanoid we used to continue code, but. Oh, I think that was supposed to be like a train. Oh, well, no. I think it's a train because look, I'm on train tracks. Oh wait, it's probably actually better if I do this. God, that guy taking the picture is killing me. Oh, that's jump in, come out. Yeah, that's the overpowered boss is a guy with a camera. I'm still wondering what's going on with California. Why is it a different color? What does that mean? Oh yeah, so I found out. I think it's Los Angeles County. They're shutting down basically like I don't know if it's a detention center or an actual prison, but the goal is to have it all shut down within the next year and have everyone out of there, because that's gonna help. And then I think California's trying to add a law in the books that would effectively hold drug dealers accountable if the drug dealer sells like bad stuff to somebody and they die because of it. So like one of the cases that happened recently was there was this kid, a teenager, who was he was an active like meth and heroin user, and sorry, it was he was using oxycodone, pain pills, and he got a hold of some pain pills, but I guess it was literally just fentanyl in pill form, and I guess it killed him. And the father is trying to, I still think that, I mean, the kid killed himself. It's very, very unfortunate, but the kid was still doing drugs. I don't know. Like, I think there's a little bit of responsibility on the kid's part. But apparently, in the books, if they do if they do find a drug dealer that is found, like, maybe misrepresenting their product or whatever, like, there's no real way to go after them if someone dies because of what they're selling. you can do like I think second degree murder, but it's so hard to maintain in courts that no one ever pursues it. So I think around half the country has a law in the books that says if you're a drug dealer and you get caught selling, and someone dies using your stuff, you end up being held responsible. It's like kind of like a wrongful death kind of thing. Like I think it's called drug-induced homicide or something. So it's not murder, but it definitely keeps the drug dealer accountable if someone dies using their stuff, I guess. And so that would be the only way for the state to have basically any kind of repercussions on drug dealers. Because the number one defense is always, I just sold him. I didn't make him do the drug. I just sold it to him. Whatever. So they're trying to. It's not manslaughter. It could be. I just heard about this like today on the radio, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. But as far as I know, like a law like that does not exist right now in California. So right now, lawmakers are trying to make that a law because, again, it's near impossible to hold a drug dealer accountable for someone dying after they sell drugs. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's sort of like partial responsibility. So that's something that's going to be on the books. I would assume, hopefully, by the next election, there'll be something on the books, or there'll be something there. But the radio show that I was listening to had the father of the boy on, and he was like, "Well, he was just like he was doing so good. He was out of rehab. Like, well, he wasn't doing very good because he was clearly doing drugs still." And it's very unfortunate. I do understand that, but there's a little bit of responsibility on your kid's part. But yeah. So like the reason for the law would be to at least at some point be able to hold a drug dealer accountable, even if they quote just sold it to the kid. They didn't make him do it. They just sold it to him. It still holds them a little bit accountable. Yeah, that's effectively what it comes down to. Like, consumer rights, even though it's an illegal controlled substance. Because I think right now the only thing that the state can get that guy on is possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell, which is obviously not murder. Like, he's going to get out, So that's what they're trying to kind of. Hopefully, obviously, all laws have a goal. Most of the time, that goal doesn't get realized, but. The goal of that law is to hopefully, if the dealers start being held accountable for what's happening to their clientele, if something goes wrong, they'll at least be selling what they're supposed to be selling, which is kind of a weird way to, kind of weird, but it does kind of make sense. But it's also strange because it's all illegal anyway. But overpowered Peter Parker up there. Hey, what's up, Damien? Yeah, like, and again, like, I don't really know how I'd be able to phrase that to make it sound any better, but that's kind of where it is. Yeah, but they're still gonna it's still gonna be problematic. So, in California, marijuana is basically legal, but you still have illegal cartels that are now they're growing their stuff here, right? Because now it's legal. Problem is they're still protecting their crops or their product by any means by any means necessary, murder or whatever. So that's still happening because it's not legal everywhere. So that's the only major issue with that is like to make everything legal. Like that's one of the major issues is it doesn't get rid of the problem of organized crime or drug distribution. It just doesn't. Like, there was a case, I want to say last year, or maybe 2 years ago, where somebody was like in the woods and they discovered like a pot, like a growing little operation. So they sent some police out there just to see what was going on, and that happened to be the day that I think they were going to harvest it or something, like the cartel, and the officer died for no reason. He literally went out there just to see what was going on. Most likely, literally do nothing. He was just gonna like go there, see, and then come back. But it was just bad timing. They ended up killing him. So like that kind of stuff, it sounds good, but it's not gonna stop the problem. Well, I could have just done this. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, crime is crime. Yeah, but if the discussion's about legalizing marijuana, that it's still not going to stop some of the more horrific things from happening. It's just not, which is very unfortunate. Money. Damn it. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing, right? There's always gonna be the next thing, right? So it's because you even have what's that? What's it called? Scissorp? I think is what they call it. It's like cough syrup and like candy and some other stuff, but it's supposed to get. I don't know what it exactly does. You can tell I'm super hip with the cool kids and know everything, but. It's like, it has something to do with like candy and cough syrup. It might be like the active ingredient in cough syrup. What do you make it? Is that a painkiller? I don't know. I'm stupid. Wait, Sudafed, is it meth that uses Sudafed? It's whatever that is. But personally, I think booze is way more dangerous than a lot of the stuff that's out there. And that's legal. Which is, you take that how you will, I guess. But, Sudafed. So yeah, something like that. Yeah. That stuff. Yeah, so they make meth out of Sudafed, right? That's the thing that they do. Yeah, because even out here, you have to, if you get Sudafed, you have to like, you have to give them your ID and stuff. They track who buys it out here. Oh, we're dead. Boom. Oh, like they stopped you when you were trying to buy more. Really? It went that far? I'm actually kind of surprised that it went that far for that. You just tell them you're a meth enthusiast? You enjoy it for the sport? See, what does George have? What does he need money for? Why is that an item in the game? Screaming Cheese, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your stay on the channel. Thank you. As a catch and release meth hunter. That's funny. Like what was I was just watching The Office today, and there was the episode where Kevin was talking about he wanted to start gambling again. I guess there's like a kind of a hidden, not really that hidden, but there's like a subplot where he's like a compulsive gambler, and you see it a little bit in the beginning, but they tone it down a lot like in later seasons. But he talks about how he feels like he's in a good place with gambling, and he can go to a dog race just to enjoy the sport. and only put down a few dollars if there's a crazy mismatch. it was a really funny conversation with Kevin. Hey, what's up, Bring87? Welcome. Hope you're doing well in the COVID-19 era of things. Oh, we might be dead here. Oh, 1 pixel. There it goes. Dang. Yeah, so I think shoot, what was the matchup today? So so there's the Facebook group that I'm in. They do right now. They're doing the '90s Nickelodeon like bracket. And I think today's bracket was like Rocko's Modern Life versus like some Kablam or like something really stupid. Like Rocko's Modern Life is going into the finals. Okay. Of the 16 shows that are on the like, in the same side as Rocko's Modern Life, I think it's gonna. So whoever wins, so it's gonna be. So the only one that's close is gonna be, I think, Invader Zim. So that's on there too, and looking like based on the bracket, Invader Zim's probably gonna run through its side, its half, and then Rocko. I mean, it's kind of funny if you look at it, but Rocko basically of the 16 that were on the side, Rocko literally had a bye up until like the last two. Like it went against like Eureka's Castle, I personally think you're right, but there are a lot of Invader Zim fans in that group, so we'll see. Like for me, the more interesting bracket is actually the whole other side, the other 16, like that had nothing to do with Rocko, like the other side. That's more of an interesting bracket in my opinion. That side has like Pete and Pete, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Guts, that one's got some killers in it. Like that's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how that side works out. But we'll see. But yeah, for sure, Rocko is basically had a bye all the way to the finals. So we'll or the semifinals. So it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up being Invader Zim versus Rocko's Modern Life. Yeah, so the bracket is all it's all 90s Nickelodeon. Like that's like the whole tournament. Like 32 Nickelodeon shows from the 90s. And they left out SpongeBob SquarePants because I think they were saying like like the person that wrote it said they would win, and I was like, I don't think so. But I definitely understand why you would take SpongeBob out. SpongeBob would basically beat everything except for maybe the final, depending on who makes it to the end. But there were a few shows that were on there that were kind of. So I think Nick Arcade won. Like Nick Arcade went against Wienerville. Well, no, actually, that side they haven't done that yet, but like they haven't done that side yet. No, I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen Trapdoor. I don't know what that is. But they did. Actually, I can rig up the bracket on my phone real quick just to look at it. It's all blurry. Ah. But yeah, so the 16 shows that are on the whole other side of the bracket, like basically like the east bracket, that's gonna be kind of a rough set. It has Legends of the Hidden Temple on there, which I think Legends of the Hidden Temple is gonna go to the finals. For that bracket, I think it's going to be between Legends of the Hidden Temple. Where is it? And Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's what I think is going to be the finals for that bracket, for that side. So, in my opinion, the top four, the final four, are going to be Rocko's Modern Life, Invader Zim, Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Legends of the Hidden Temple. But we'll see. Yeah, because what was... actually, you know what? So, the only show that has a chance to has a chance, I think, to maybe beat out Zim would be Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy's on here too, and so the brackets that are left is Invader Zim versus Angry Beavers. Which that's Invader Zim all day long. Like Angry Beavers was okay, but not Invader Zim good. And then the next matchup is All Real Monsters versus Ren and Stimpy, which I think Ren and Stimpy wins that one pretty handily. Yeah, but I mean, I think Rocko's Modern Life might be a little better, honestly. I don't know, because Ren and Stimpy's were definitely one of my favorite shows of all time. But so Ren and Stimpy's it's gonna be but Rocko isn't gonna see Ren and Stimpy unless it beats Invader Zim. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way the bracket's set up. Ren and Stimpy needs to beat Invader Zim first. And then it would end up being Invader Zim, or it would be Rocko versus Ren and Stimpy. That would be a tough. That would be a tough matchup. One of them was like, Rocko versus Kablam was one that was like super one-sided. I think it ended up being like close to like 60 to like 6 or something. It was pretty sad. But it's also what I'm finding interesting too about that group is you can definitely tell the age of the people by just literally based on how the votes are going. Because the shows that are winning are shows that like were like the first and second gen like Nicktoons, which shows that pretty much almost everyone in there is like at least around 30. So because even what was the other? Yeah, so like one of the closer, or no, it actually wasn't even that close. It was Rugrats versus Cat Dog. It's like Rugrats smoked it. Like it wasn't even close. Like how bad that voting was. Yeah, old as fuck nerds. all the passionate old nerds. Yeah. So it's yeah, I'm actually surprised that I don't think Rocket Power was even on it. And like Rocket Power is kind of old show. I was out right around like when they started doing like after like the second generation. I kind of stopped. So like I watched like Cat Dog and Angry Beavers and like a little bit, but like I was kind of already out of it by then. Because even Invader Zim, I don't even think I saw on Nickelodeon. I think I was watching that. I think I had about watching that show with like torrents. Like my friends were sending me. Well, it's all Nickelodeon, so no Adult Swim. I think that would be an interesting bracket if you took the first and second wave of Adult Swim cartoons. Yeah. Aqua Teen's pretty good. I still kind of lean more toward the first gen of those things, like the Brack Show and Space Ghost Coast to Coast. But I still like, C-Lab 2021 is pretty damn amazing. Aqua Teen. Yeah, Space Ghost was awesome. Sea Lab was great. Metalocalypse, I think, like right when they stopped doing Metalocalypse is kind of when I stopped watching Adult Swim. That was also when I stopped, like, that's when I stopped having cable. So. I still think, like, wasn't like Metallica was on Space Ghost at one point? Like, it was just a weird show. What was Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law? That show was really good. And Korn was on there too. Yeah, it was that was an interesting show. I liked it. What else is it? Oh, all that versus Alec Mack. So Alec Mack I'd never seen. I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming it's something after I had stopped watching Nickelodeon. But all that I'm pretty sure is going to win that bracket too, just based on the fact that it's basically a bunch of old people voting. I still think, like, one of my favorite characters on the Brack show was the dad, like, the little Spanish guy. Him and Thundercleaves were probably my two favorite characters. Like, half of the television that I grew up with wouldn't be allowed on television. Yeah, I grew up watching Married with Children. That show would never fly today, ever. Although I did see that they're doing some type of reboot or something of Beavis and Butthead, so I'm interested to see what they do with that. I think Mike Judge was saying that Beavis and Butthead have kids, so they're dealing with, like, millennial kids now. Like, is Beavis and Butthead dealing with their kids, who are millennials? So I'm interested to see what they do with that. Yeah, Al Bundy's the best. I still think my favorite insult he ever had in the shoe store, because he's always complaining about fat women in the shoe store, was he said he tells some ladies he has big feet, and the lady stands up. I can't believe you said that to my face. And he says, "Well, I would say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank of gas." One of the best lines I've ever heard in my life. Oh. Hey, what's up, X-Order? But yeah, I'm definitely interested. I'm interested to see how that bracket fleshes itself out. They're I think tomorrow is the one that they're going to finish the first side, and then starting on Thursday, I think is when they start the side with like Pete and Pete. They still, yeah, again, like that side, the right side of the bracket is rough. Like that's definitely the bracket of death. like there's Pete and Pete, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Guts, Double Dare, Nick Arcade, and Salute Your Shorts. That is a stacked ass bracket. I mean, the right side is rough, dude. Like, because Pete and Pete's gonna have to go against Salute Your Shorts. Both of those shows are really good, and that's in the second round. Like, that's nuts. It's a bracket of death. That's what we used to call it in fighting games. The tournaments, you have all. Are you in the bracket of death? Usually the bracket that has like a bunch of pros in it. Yeah, the left side should come down to either Zim, Ren and Stimpy, or Rocco. But I'm still pretty. I want Ren and Stimpy to win, but I have a feeling Rocco's Modern Life is going to win that side. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure too, but it's going to be close with Zim and Ren and Stimpy, for sure. Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, having it go against Rocco's Modern Life is pretty tough. I'm voting if the bracket goes away. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go. I'm voting for Ren and Stimpy. I hope it goes against Rocco. We'll see, but I have a feeling it's gonna be close between. I think Zim's gonna win when it goes against Ren and Stimpy. It'll be close, but I think Invader Zim's gonna win. Yeah, because there's one. Yeah, the first matchup on the other side is Hey Dude versus Pete and Pete, and like Hey Dude just doesn't hold up, man. I don't know. I watched a little bit of it recently, and it doesn't hold up to me. And you have Artie the strongest man in the world. I mean, that's not a real fight, I don't think. Yeah, but it doesn't have Artie. Artie was the best. And I think Hey Dude lasted a little longer too. So I think they had a little more time. It was right there. Damn it. Oh, and then I think another mismatch is Guts versus What Would You Do? The other show that Mark Summers did. I think that's a mismatch. I think that's going to be a free win for Guts. I definitely think more kids wanted to be on Guts, I think, than What Would You Do? Guts was super cool. Yeah, exactly. The aggro, everybody wanted a piece of the aggro crag, and everyone was upset. I would always get upset when the kids would like mess up. Didn't they make a bigger? Didn't they make the mega crag or something? They made something like. Cause didn't they have like a winners one or something? where like all the winners did they played the game, and they made like the Mega Crag, or they made something like bigger than the normal Aggro Crag. I remember that happening, but I don't know if that's just my mind being weird. It's the Mandela effect, where something happens in your mind but didn't really happen in real life. Rugrats, they're going against Rocco in the next round, so that's bad news for Rugrats. They handily beat Cat Dog in the first round, but now their second round opponent is Rocco. So, rip. Yeah. Rip Tommy Pickles. Yeah, because I think today it was Blue's Clues versus Dora the Explorer. Blue's Clues, I think, won that one pretty handily. And then Eureka's Castle, and you can't do that on television. So I didn't watch them because like when Nickelodeon started, it was like a bunch of weird Canadian programming. There wasn't a whole lot of original programming by them. They were just showing Canadian shows. I think that's where You Can't Do That on Television came in. But that's going against Eureka's Castle. Eureka's Castle is what I grew up with. Like, I watched that every morning before I went to school. So, yep. But then Eureka's Castle has to go against Blues. I would assume Blue's Clues is going to take that. Eureka's Castle? You know, like, or are you talking about? Yeah. I mean, I just remember watching it like pretty much every day before I went to school. It was just on television. It's Magellan, Magellan the Dragon. Oh, you can't do that on TV. Yeah, so that was that weird one where the kids were like, they had like a bit where the kids were in lockers and they would come out and say something like a quip and then come back. Yeah, that show was, I don't know, I didn't like that show. But I have a feeling it's not going to matter. I don't think Eureka's Castle is going to lose the first round. Now, the slime, I think, wasn't that What Would You Do? That was the show with the guy from Double Dare. You Can't Do That on TV was like a kids, kind of like Kids in the Hall kind of thing. It was like a sketch show, I think. Speaking of that, all that is the. Let's see what their first. Oh, it's All That and Alex Mack. Yeah, I don't know what, or Alex Mack, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, all that's taking the first one. Okay, I remember What Would You Do had that weird wall with all the block, like all the like the open holes in it. And you had to like put your hand in there, and you'd get prizes or you'd like lose. It was something really weird. It was some weird game at the end of the show. Maybe. I honestly don't really remember. Oh yeah, and then yeah, Keenan and Kel versus Are You Afraid of the Dark. That's a mismatch. Like Keenan and Kel barely made it as a sketch on all that, let alone its own little show. There was definitely a slime. Okay. And then yeah, like Clarissa Explains It All versus Salute Your Shorts. Like I don't see Salute Your Shorts losing that one. Yeah, I think Doug went down pretty early. I think Doug went against Ren and Stimpy in the first round. Yeah, that was a landslide. Landslide victory. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was another like super mismatched one. Well, so at first he did. So whoever made the bracket, there were like 6 buys. Like he just whoever made it just didn't put some shows in. They just maybe forgot shows. So he redid the bracket after. So like Nick Arcade wasn't on there in the beginning. Wienerville wasn't on there in the beginning. Eureka's Castle wasn't on there. Like a lot of stuff was missing. So it was actually, to look at the first bracket, it's actually really funny because Rocko's Modern Life literally had to win the first matchup against whoever it was, Kablam, and then it literally went to the final because all the buys were like on the bottom. So like the first version of the bracket literally had Rocko's Modern Life making the finals after only winning one matchup because all the buys they had all just like shot him to the top. But it got fixed. It's still pretty free for Rocko, but it at least has to. It at least has to deal with some type of voting. I pulled a Chris Gold. Chris Gold did that in a tournament. We were playing. I think the game we were playing was a Call of Duty 2. No, it was Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat 9, and he somehow, keep in mind he's the tournament organizer. He's the TO. He somehow snagged like 4 buys. He literally he didn't play a match until like the quarterfinals because people just weren't showing up. Oh, and my Season 4 Pokemon Go team is ready. We had our draft the other day. My team is hot garbage. Man. we had 8 people this time. Sorry, 7 people this time play. So, like after like the second round, all the good Pokemon were gone. Ooh, try to jump over it. My bad. Hey, what's up, Link? Thanks for the host, man. Thanks. Yeah, thankfully, so this game is pretty easy. You just kind of, there's no punishment for dying. You just have to play all the stages. So there's not a whole lot to really do. We just have to do everything. That's all. Yeah, like we're over halfway done. There's 126 levels, I think is what it says. We're somewhere in the 80s, I think. And I'm sure not. And I'm sure I'm not like playing really efficiently. You know, I'm sure there's stuff I can do to make some levels go quicker. Yeah, 82. So 44 levels left. If that's, so I'm pretty sure there's 126. I think that's what it says in the game. No, not in this one. There's no game overs. In the arcade game there was, but that was also because they're they're trying to go for quarters. Oof. Hey, what's up, John? We are having fun. You missed a very animated discussion about Nickelodeon cartoons. See, this is more my style. No real pressure, you can kind of... Oops. Oh, what did you play today? I did see Immortal is gonna get added. That and Donkey Kong Country are both going on to the Switch shop. I did see that. Oh, you're working on a test of Xenophobe? Yeah, Xenophobe was pretty fun. We played that one early in the challenge. Oh, cool. Yeah, Xenophil wasn't too bad. There's no ending to it, I don't think. If I remember right, and I think we just went to get we just like got the heist. We got all nines on the score. Like I think there's like 8 levels or something, but then they just keep on repeating. There's no ending. Are we dead? Dang it. Yeah, it just loops. That's what I thought. Yeah. Like I think after level 8 or 9, I think I ended up just looping the score or like getting the score to all nines. And then that was kind of that's how you consider the game done. Yeah. All right, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Feel better. Ah. 102. Dang it. Hey, what's up, Flickety? Well, because I used a continue code on it, and I didn't really want to use it, but so yeah, because like so we were having issues with the controller too. It was all kind of a mess, and like so because there are a few times where the paddle was like zipping back and forth, like it would like screen wrap and stuff. Like I had no control over it, so I ended up using the continue code on it. Which I didn't want to do. Like I'm trying to not use continue codes as much as I can on stuff. So it's kind of one of those things, I guess. It was. I think because even when I started, I was saying like I didn't even want to think about using the continue code until I was at least 10 hours in. Yeah. Because I haven't fixed. I gotta fix that too. And so there were a couple things involved with that. So I was watching the TMR, his run of it, and he didn't use the continue code, but he basically pause buffered like half the game. So he would like shoot the ball and then pause it and then move the paddle while the game is paused, and it would constantly put the paddle where the ball was. And like, so in my opinion, I don't think it's cheating. It's more of an exploit that he was doing, which is fine. But like for me, it was more about like having something that was watchable for like the replay. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously I can justify whatever, but it's kind of that's how I felt about it. I couldn't find it. So I found your task stuff. I don't think I'm subscribed to you yet. Cause a lot of your task stuff is on like Speed Demos Archives. It's like on there. But I don't think I ever found your actual page. And if you send it to me on Twitch, then I just didn't see it. It's on SRC. Okay, yeah, I'll look at it. I mean, you know, I was watching a couple speedruns of it just to see, try to get a little bit of help on some of the harder stages. And it was definitely seeming like a lot of the luck was going toward the runner. Like it was, like some of the levels I was having issues with, it definitely seemed like that's when the level skip would happen. Yeah, the item. So some of the stages I couldn't really get any help on because it was like, oh, he just skipped it. So, but yeah, so that was kind of it. So I kind of traded the continue code for something that's actually watchable as a replay, like from a video. That's kind of where my head was with it. So it's at least like each stage is at least completed like at a normal speed. It's not just constant pausing and a constant blank screen, you know, whatever. So that was my justification for it. Which again, I can justify anything, you know. It's my challenge. So it's kind of it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I didn't want to use the code with that game, but it got to a point where I couldn't even. I mean, I wasn't even able to control the paddle properly because the controller was all weird. And like even after adjusting it, it was still like the paddle would flicker, so like it wouldn't even be there. Like sometimes it would like screen wrap and like be on the whole other side like for no reason. Like it was kind of rough. So I'm interested to see what happens with Crackout because I know for sure the Thunder and Lightning doesn't allow me to use the paddle. That one I have to use the D-pad on. So I'm not really sure about. I don't have Crackout yet, I don't own that cart. The potentiometer. That and you know even the fire button wasn't really working either. Like when I would hit it, nothing would come out. So like there was a bunch of stuff kind of going wrong, and it was either like order a new controller, wait, and like do a bunch of stuff, wait months, or just move on. So that's where I kind of was with that. You got an SN30 Pro. What is that? So I was looking into. I was actually looking for some replacement, like modern replacements for the dial. Oh, is that the Super Nintendo one? Like the Super Nintendo 8-bit Do controller? So I was looking for some replacements for the dial. I wasn't able to find anything. Yeah, I have two Genesis controllers, the 8-bit Do ones. I have two. That's what I was using with the Mega SG when I was playing, like when I played Alf and. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was just something I can adjust and fix. Because there's like a little spot you can you can open and you can use a screwdriver to change it around. But all it did was change the starting position of the paddle. It wasn't able to fix the flickering or anything. So. Yeah, Flick definitely. Yeah, this game has definitely a pretty whack-ass ending. I remember a few years ago, my friend and I, we bought a couple 12-packs of beer, and we were a couple cases, and we were just playing this. We were just messing around, just playing it, because neither of us had beaten the game before. We're like, yeah, we'll just play till we play, whatever. And then we got to the end of the game, and then we saw the ending. We both just got very, very depressed. Like all that time for nothing, You'll see it here in a minute. We're almost there. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. I don't even think it says that. Yeah, it's just disappointment. Like after all the time that you put in to be in the game, then I mean, you guys will see it here in a minute. We're almost there. Oh, okay. So somebody would have to basically develop another one that works on the exact same technology. You can't just update it. Is there a way to convert like a Pong paddle to do that? should be it. Yeah. We can get these two guys. Yeah. Yeah, no, and trust me, it's definitely a letdown. You guys will see here in a minute. I think this is the last stage. I thought it was 126. It could be 128. It's something like that. Okay, maybe it is 128. I thought it was 126. But clearly I'm wrong because we're still playing. Do you even video game, bro? Yeah, because I have a few Pong paddles. If there's a way to a converter or something to do that, that would be cool. But yeah, well, I mean, the thing that makes it so mind-numbing is there's no repercussions for dying. You just do the thing. It's just a matter. It's just a game of attrition. You just eventually just beat the game. Which is where I shine. No skill. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. A gal can dream. Get back over here. Yeah, this is the end. That's it. That is it. I mean, at least they gave us that, right? Could have been worse. But yeah, that's it. That's the best ending ever. The most satisfying ending in the history of Nintendo games. I mean, for a port, I don't think it's too bad, honestly. It's playable. I mean, a lot of ports that went from the arcade to the NES are pretty bad. So as a whole, this game is pretty good. Kind of bummed out that they didn't do. Congratulations. Oh, what's up? Life finds a way. Um, Congratulations, you have completed a good game. Whatever the stupid Ghostbusters